In this video, we want to look at the graph of the rational function 1 over x. This is a graph that every student should be able to recall in their mind at a moment's notice. Notice that our function has a vertical asymptote at x equal to 0. Hopefully, if you've watched the previous videos, you understand why the graph is behaving as it does as x is getting closer to 0. In this video, however, we want to focus on what the function is doing for very large values of x in the positive and negative direction. Notice as x gets larger and larger in the positive direction, the graph is getting closer and closer to the line y equal to 0. This is certainly understandable if we plug in larger and larger x values into our function, say 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and so on. As we do so, this fraction, since the numerator is fixed, is becoming closer and closer to 0. And our graph bears that out. Because the graph gets closer and closer to the line y equal to 0, we see that y equal to 0 is a horizontal asymptote. So horizontal asymptotes are all about the long-run behavior of functions. On the left side, our graph also gets closer and closer to the line y equal to 0. As we plug in, say, negative 10,000, negative 100,000, and so on, the fraction becomes smaller and smaller. It's getting closer to 0. It just happens to be doing so from the negative side of the line y equal to 0. So again, horizontal asymptotes talk about what our function is doing for large values of x.